some of the stuff that's listed on here is like
doing, but I thought those are really cool, and I really wish that there were more of them in the village, and I feel like you might not even need to spread them out.
The Social Rules Project is about institutions, and this is a term in the social sciences that is used to describe the rules that societies live by. So the goal of the Social Rules Project is to help make this idea more accessible, and the way that we decided to go about it is to use art and animation and entertainment and different multimedia approaches that basically take this idea out of the research and make it more accessible for a broad public. For the film, we knew that we were going to need some of the top talent available among college animation programs. So we reached out to the California Institute of the Arts, where they have dozens of students who are trained in the highly skilled area of animation.
For me, I got interested in this project because it was something that was completely worthwhile. As an artist, I've struggled to do something with a message that actually meant something globally, locally, but that was something more than just a story. There's a story to this, but it has a driving point that affects everyone.
Now, animation is literally to bring to life, and what better medium for explaining this important concept than to use animation? What's interesting is each of these artists has a very different artistic style. Some developed entirely new styles for the purpose of this film as they're pushing themselves and experimenting with new media.
I'm definitely traditional in that I use pencil and paper, and I begin with a layer of color erase pencil. Like I do all my rough in orange colored pencil first, and then once I scan that in and test it and it looks fine, I then go over it with graphite pencil. Once I scan all the drawings into the computer, I take them into Photoshop and sort of clean them up more. And then I color it all in black so that I can use it as a matte and bring it into After Effects. And once I do that and combine it with the sort of backdrop of the fish and the background, you end up with this.
Best case scenario for this project is people see it and it makes them want to look into things more, or read more about things that impact them that they might not realize.
The next project we took on is an educational video game, what are called serious video games, in the sense that it's designed to be entertaining and engaging, but educational at the same time. So this game is called Law of the Jungle. Now, making this game required about 2 years of full-time work by a couple of student teams. First of all, there were computer programmers. At Harvey Mudd College, there's a video game design class that's taught by Professor Z. Sweetike, and a couple of her students began working on the game, helping me think through how might we choose a particular gaming format that would be suitable for communicating the idea of institutions. Eventually we realized that we needed to reach out beyond technical expertise in computer science, and to bring on board artists. So we then involved 2 art students from Pomona College who came in, and one is a portrait artist and the other a background artist, that completely changed the dynamic of the game. And it was a real learning experience for all of us, because it was a reminder that in order to produce something of value, you really do need to reach out across disciplinary boundaries.
I've never been part of that world, like computer programming. I've never really been exposed to that, and seeing them work on that and seeing the intersection between like computer programming and design, and that's been real interesting. And from an artistic standpoint, I guess it gave me just a lot of practice just drawing faces, and just giving me giving me more facility with conveying expressions. And I'm trying to get into like the animation industry, so this job is like helpful for me to just play around with like character design and stuff like that.
After about 3 rounds of revisions, we were ready to share it with a broader group. So we tested the game in a course called Global Environmental Politics, and 40 students played through the game and provided feedback both in a survey and in a group discussion, and revealed all kinds of things that we would never have even thought about as the game designers and developers. Everything from elements of the plot that needed improving to technical glitches or ways to enhance the overall level of play. So from start to finish, the video game as well as other aspects of the project were truly collaborative and student driven. It was the passion and talents of the students that really made this project possible. Our hope is that people find this to be a refreshing way to learn about their world, but we also hope that people find it to be inspiring, that they realize that they can actually take action and revisit the rules that shape the way that we interact with the environment and make the world a better place.